cold in here. God, it's cold in here. I'm not complaining. It's a lot better than hot.
If he's detained, he's detained. Tell him not to rush. I'll handle this one. Hi.
Hi. You're it?
I don't get you. What's so funny?
Well, I pictured gates, big golden gates, a guy and a guy with a trumpet. Instead, I got a little room, a desk, a couple of chairs, and you.
Oh.
I pictured in the background a choir.
You want music?
Tea for two? You die and you hear music? Hey, you're turning this place into an elevator.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Look, I can't believe I'm dead.
Why?
Well, you die, you go someplace.
Where were you before?
Well, I wasn't here.
You here now?
Hey, heaven ain't a little room, a desk, and a couple of chairs.
You bet your life.
Stories of modern man's search for meaning, freedom, love, insight.
This ain't heaven?
No.
Hey, listen to Joe Horning. Joe Horning!
I beg your pardon?
God listened to Joe Horning. Who would have believed that no good... And God listened to him? He lied. He cheated. Everybody who ever worked for Joe Horning stole from, and God listened to him?
Joe Horning, the movie producer.
Oh, you know him. Do you know what kind of a louse he is? God listened to him. He turned away from me, and he listened to him. Lets you know where I stand, doesn't it?
What did Joe Horning say?
I was only doing what any good agent would do. I was protecting the rights of one of my people. And Joe Horning said I was ruining his picture and I would wind up in hell. And God listened to him.
This isn't hell.
It isn't heaven. It isn't hell. Where is it?
No place.
Well, it's got to be some place. It's not much of a place, but it's some place.
It's no place.
Huh. My father always said I wouldn't get any place, and I didn't.
It's a stop between places.
What places?
Where you've been and where you're going.
You mean I'm going someplace?
You're going someplace.
Now we're getting someplace.
May I use your pen?
How do you know I got a pen?
I know.
Then you know it doesn't write.
Let me try.
You're my guest.
Why would you carry a pen if you thought it didn't write?
I don't think it doesn't write. I know it doesn't write. It's my pen. Why should it work? I ain't been one of God's most fortunate creatures, you know. Right from the top, kids had moms who baked them cookies.
Your mother never baked you cookies.
My mother? She wasn't that well coordinated. She couldn't bake and throw things at the same time.
What sort of things would she throw?
Anything she could reach. Corningware, she threw a lot. She was terrific. Had quite an arm. She had a tryout with the Giants. She would have made the team, too, if they let her throw Corningware.
I gather you and your mother didn't get along?
Hey, she hollered at me ever since I was a kid. You know why I talk so loud? I had to talk loud to be heard. She had a voice that could break windows. Every time she opened her mouth, a book fell off the shelf. At the public library. Couldn't play out in the street. It was too embarrassing. She would open up the window and she would yell, "Packy!" Car would have a blowout. When I was 11 years old, I ran away from home. I actually thought it would please her. My father found me, dragged me home. She wailed the tar out of me. I couldn't win. She's been gone a long time now. Hundreds of times I must have said to myself, I wish I was dead. See, my whole life I've been saying, I wish I was dead.
Well, you're dead. You got your wish.
Where'd they get me? What did I expect? Nobody ever gave me nothing.
Merry Christmas with love, Audrey. Somebody gave you something.
She was a comic. I got her jobs.
Just got her jobs.
An agent handles comics, I handle her. Okay, I loved her.
Good reason to carry a pen that doesn't write.
Didn't do me any good. She died. I was in California. She died in New York. I was in California. I was working on this picture. I had it sold. I needed 2 more days. She called me in the middle of the night, tells me to come home. I mean, a comic is supposed to have timing. This is timing? Yeah? Audrey, what is it? Honey, I can't come home now. No, I'm in the middle of a big deal. I'm going to make us some money. Audrey, get off my back, will you? Oh, I love you. I love you. But I did call you last night. What do you mean you don't remember? Oh, honey, please don't cry. What's the matter with you? Honey, you're not dying. You're not dying. How many times have you said that? You know you're a hypochondriac. Take it from me, you're not. Honey, as soon as I finish this deal, I'm going to take the first plane right home. Audrey, please. And then I made a joke. Audrey, please don't die. You got no money in the bank and I can't afford a funeral. And then I hung up. She died that night. Flew home from California, packed everything I had and bought her a funeral. I had to borrow a pen to sign for the perpetual care. The lousy one she gave me didn't work.
Seems to be working fine now. Name.
What is that?
It's a form. Everyone has to fill one out. It's procedure. We'd be nowhere without procedure.
You said we were nowhere.
Yeah, but then we'd really be nowhere.
Packy Rowe.
Occupation?
I told you. I'm an agent.
Was an agent.
The agent. Packy Rowe was the agent. I handled the biggest. For 25 years, a stadium full of the biggest stars, the best and the greatest.
You must have had some funeral.
Huh? Oh, yeah. Yeah.
No.
Well, I died suddenly.
Oh.
I had a funny death.
A funny death?
Well, if a death can be funny, I had a funny death.
I like a laugh.
I died of a chicken sandwich.
I'm sorry.
I told you.
Yeah, it was more in the way you said it.
But death is serious.
It is.
You're darn right it's serious. For everybody else but me. The only really serious thing that ever happened to me, everybody laughs.
I'm sorry.
I mean, who gets a bone in a chicken sandwich at the Waldorf Deli? Who gets a bone at the Waldorf Deli?
Chickens don't have bones at the Waldorf Deli?
Of course they have them, but you don't get them, they take them out.
Died at Waldorf Deli.
1 minute I'm eating a nice chicken sandwich, drinking a Dr. Pepper. The next, they probably left it on purpose.
Why would they want to do something like that?
Because I'm not afraid to tell them their tongue was dry.
Their tongue?
Yeah, 5-year-old tongue, that's what they serve.
If you didn't like what they served, why did you go there to eat?
I know the owner for over 30 years. When Max didn't have a single customer, I ate there. When he died, I couldn't break the habit.
I see.
Again, what are you writing?
Notes, just notes.
Yeah, what kind of notes?
To watch out for the tongue and the chicken at the Waldorf Deli. We were talking about your funeral.
It missed excellence. If you liked rotten, it was great. Hey, this is my funeral. That's me.
Yep. Not too many people came, did they?
There weren't long lines.
The kid needed money to tide him over. Packy lent. But how much can you lend? Eventually, we went bankrupt.
A eulogy's supposed to be a rave, right? I think mine was a knock. Benny Winkles, my ex-partner, you should have heard him.
He was heard.
Yeah, the janitor heard him. Made me sound like a schlemiel.
I beg your pardon?
A schlemiel, you know, an idiot. Oh. I mean, a guy is down on his luck, or a kid is starting out. You're his age, and you got to help him out, right? Besides, I got it all back. Every single dime. Well, practically. Anyway, I don't care about that.
I know.
Again with the writing. What are you putting down? Wait a minute. What am I doing with you anyway? I mean, who are you? I don't want to talk to a flunky. I never speak to a flunky. I'm used to talking to clerks. Now I want to talk to the top man.
I am the top man.
You? Sure.
I'm sorry, I don't carry identification.
All right. You're the top man next to God. I don't want to talk to the top man next to God. I go to Warner Brothers. I go to the president. I want to talk to the president.
The Lord of Hosts.
Whoever.
How do you do?
Oh, stop with the jokes, will you?
No jokes. You won't find any pills in your pockets.
How did you know I was looking for pills? You're God?
God.
Well, you're not what I,
Expected.
Well, I mean, you're not,
Dynamic.
Not,
Color.
Yeah, I mean, you're,
Dull.
Dull, that's what I mean. No, I don't mean dull. I mean, you're just,
Dull.
Dull, yeah. Will you stop it? No, I mean, I didn't expect to find
A guy.
You know what I expected to find? You really want to know? A big old guy with a beard and muscles sitting on a throne, terrifying, wrathful.
God is love.
Who knew? I mean, you're a nice, ordinary-looking person.
Thank you very much.
You're not special-looking. An ordinary person is not a special thing.
An ordinary-looking person is the most special thing I ever created. I created people in my image. You must have read that.
Who'd believe it?
Many people would believe it.
God. A person could bump into you on the street.
Many people have.
And you told him you were God?
Some I didn't have to do.
God, look, I don't mean to insult you, but 99 out of 100 people wouldn't pick you out of a crowd. I mean, in an ordinary world, ordinary is very ordinary. Do me a favor, come with me, will you please? Come on.
Where are we going?
I want to prove a point. Come on. Come on. Excuse me. Who is this guy? I don't know. See, nobody knows who you are. Sorry, brother. Angels got mustaches? I don't think I got wings. Why wouldn't they have mustaches? Did I flunk? Now, you see what I mean? He didn't know you from Adam. Hey. My old office.
Thought you might be more comfortable.
I always hated it. Goes to show you.
Yeah.
Oh, sit down, will you, God? Go ahead. Oh, how about a cigar?
I better not.
Okay. I'm telling you, God, you got lousy press.
Lousy press?
Newspapers. I mean, where do they put you? In the church section. Who reads the church section?
Priests?
Okay. I'll give you that. Priests. But you already got the priest sold. Look, I don't mean to be disrespectful, but I think you're a terrific guy.
Thank you.
I don't think you're being packaged properly. Take television, for instance. Where do they put you on? Sunday morning. Who watches television on Sunday morning?
Oh, must be somebody.
But you're the most important person in the universe. Why ain't you on prime time?
No one's ever asked me.
Well, how could they ask you? Where would they send the invitation? Oh, you got to get yourself a shot on the Johnny Carson show, then you do a trick or two. You fill a tub with water, and then you walk on the water.
Packy, I'm not a magician. I'm God. The Lord. The Supreme Being. And then for an unknown Supreme Being, there are a lot of people who, well, they worship the ground I walk on. I mean, there are a lot of churches.
What's written on the front of churches? St. Patrick's Cathedral, St. Paul's Cathedral, St. John's Cathedral. Where? Now tell me, where does it say God? Am I making you insecure?
How can you make God insecure? I created heaven and earth.
You created heaven and earth, and nobody has any idea what you look like.
I look different to different people. I'm complex. I mean, to some people, I'm mysterious.
Okay, but is that what you really want? You want to be mysterious? A puzzle? People want a puzzle. They buy the Sunday Times and they do a puzzle. But how many people do the Sunday Times puzzle? And of all the people who do the Sunday Times puzzle, how many of them finish?
I see what you mean.
Yeah, God, you don't want to be a puzzle. You want to be understood. People only warm up to what they understand. You get my meaning?
I'm following.
People fear what they don't understand.
Did you fear me, Packy?
Tell you the truth, I never gave you a thought.
Why?
Why? Because I don't think you ever gave me a look.
I looked.
Yeah? And what did you see? You shorted me. Why did you short me? What did I ever have? I mean, you're a kid, you look in the mirror and you dream a little. This is our old apartment when I was a kid.
That's right.
How about they tore it down?
They did 16 years ago.
Look at it, will you? What a dump. Look at me. My old suit. I had nothing to work with. I couldn't hide myself in clothes. And one suit. My father bought it for me. I was 15. Brand new. Out of the store. I put it on. Sharp creases in the pants. 5 minutes later, it was a bag. Like I had hot legs. There it was. One big rumple. Well, that's my whole life. One big rumple.
Maybe you looked in the wrong mirror.
We only had the one mirror.
The heart is the mirror of the soul.
Somebody said that.
I said that.
Well, the heart went out of me pretty early, so I had no place like that to look. That's Murray Glass, the kid upstairs. Somebody gave him a trumpet. You know, they used to laugh at him because he practiced in the afternoon, but I never did. I worked down at Del Hooley's bar. I swept up. Once I gave him money for a lesson when his pop got canned.
You think your heart went out of you early. I'm here to tell you I didn't short you. You shorted yourself.
You mean what? Oh, I'd have done anything to help him because I couldn't do anything myself. I mean, I couldn't play anything. I couldn't sing. I couldn't write. I couldn't do anything. I was just this ugly little kid nobody gave a damn about. But God, somewhere deep inside me, there's this handsome guy who talks very soft. But I never looked like that. Then who would listen to me if I talked soft?
I've always listened. I listen to everybody. This heart that you're so sure you've been missing has spoken to me very eloquently. You've helped a lot of people who never would have gotten anywhere without you. You're an appreciator. And you were appreciated.
I was never appreciated, and I was never loved. Nobody came to the funeral, did they?
A kid needed some money to tide him over. Packy lent. But how much can you lend? Eventually, we went bankrupt.
There's your father. And your mother. And your brother. Oh, there's Murray Glass. He never forgot. And Audrey.
They're dead and gone.
Dead, but not gone. They wouldn't have missed this for the world. In fact, they didn't. They couldn't be here in the flesh, so they're here in spirit.
What's Mom doing? She's crying. Her wonders never cease.
She has feelings.
Could have fooled me.
Packy, some people can't express emotion. Everybody has love inside them. But some people bottle it up. You bottle love up, you bottle me up.
Hey, it's Harry Winters, the juggler. He died in an old actor's home. I gave him his last job. What a nice guy.
There are a lot of your clients here. Oh, and there's Max in the Waldorf Deli. See, Packy, you didn't go through life unobserved or unappreciated or unloved. As a matter of fact, I've enjoyed your life more than most.
You enjoyed my life? Well, if you lived it, you wouldn't have said that.
I have lived it.
You lived my life? How? Where?
When you heard Murray playing the trumpet and you paid for his lesson, I was there. When no one ate at Max's Deli, and you did, I was there.
You were there? How come I didn't feel it?
Just like your mother, you tried to hide your feelings. As a matter of fact, you got so good at hiding your feelings, you were even able to hide them from yourself. You gave a lot of love to a lot of people. You spread me around like butter. What's the matter?
I don't know what to say. I've always been so unhappy with myself.
I know. It's a pity. Maybe you would have been happier with yourself if you knew how happy I was with you. Take off.
Where am I going?
Oh, you go out the door, take a right, and you'll see an escalator.
Down escalator?
An up escalator.
Thanks for taking the time.
I give, I take. I'm okay once you get to know me. Hello. Yeah, yes, this is the Lord. The Lord. God. Honest. The password. Gabriel. Oh, that was yesterday's. Forget the password. I want you to meet a man, Packy Rowe, at the top of the escalator. Oh, and have the choir there. He likes music. The whole choir. You have a nice arrangement of Tea for Two. Forget it. I want this to be a good experience.
Did you say turn right or left?
I'll take you myself.
You did say up, didn't you?
Yes.
You got a great smile, you know that?
Well, some people say it's beatific.
Well, more people ought to see it. See, it's a media world out there.